Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Richie here from Towie After Dark, and today I'm going to be talking about the dwarven terrain that I was sent kindly by LaserTerrainCo. Now this stuff is absolutely amazing, and a lot of you were asking where I got it from and how you can get your hands on it yourselves. I'm going to be posting a link to the My Mini Factory and the Kickstarter down below. Unfortunately, I didn't see this terrain until quite recently. The Kickstarter is finishing on the 28th of this month, so if you did want to pledge it, you'll have to jump in quick. If not, then you'll be able to get it on the My Mini Factory afterwards. For those people that were asking for the physical prints, they can actually send those out through the Kickstarter. So just go and have a look over there and you'll be able to see the awesome terrain that's coming. The Kickstarter that is currently live is the Chaos Wastelands terrain. It is the 5th Kickstarter that LaserTerrainCo has done, following the tombs and the dwarven mountain terrain. Now, if you wanted to add chaos temples or sacrificial blood altars, then this is potentially a terrain set for you. Now, why would I be talking about this on a dwarf channel? If you pledge this Kickstarter, you also get the STLs to the dwarven terrain. So if you have a printer, then potentially it could go burr and you can get some gorgeous looking terrain. Now, if you're a chaos player, then this is a perfect terrain set for you. But I know a lot of people that are watching this channel are mainly dwarf players. The terrain I got sent is absolutely stunning, and I have been painting this up over the last week, so it is pretty quick to get ready. It all comes in modular pieces, so you can just take it apart, which makes it a lot easier for transporting. It's pretty easy to put together and also pretty easy to paint as well. I literally just painted mine with base stones, some Sharpies, and then put some wash over the top, and then a little bit of grass tufts. I really enjoyed working on these. It was just a nice change of pace from painting some tiny dwarves, so this has been a fun little project for me. So if you want to see this on your board at home or down your local club, please go check out the Kickstarter. Remember, it finishes on the 28th. You don't have much time to get on the Kickstarter, but unfortunately I didn't see how quickly it was running out. But hopefully everybody who wants it can jump on that now. If you go on the My Mini Factory, you can even get bases which match with the terrain set. So if you're going for a full thematic dwarven army, then that is just something you can do. Evan, who runs the LaserTerrainCo, is an absolute gent. If you do support him, you are helping someone out who is very passionate about the hobby and also someone who is very good at their craft. He, in his day job, actually works on films. I was talking to him in Messenger and I was kind of blown away by his day job, which is kind of crazy. So he designs the armor for the Game of Thrones series and also for Dune. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the cooler job in the room, right? And he's just finished up doing the modeling for the House of the Dragon Season 3, hence why he's now got the time to be able to do the Chaos Kickstarter. He does bring that level of detail into the terrain as well, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully at some point getting my room sorted so I can use these in battle reports. But I think that's a little bit of a ways off for now, so I'm gonna have to be using these in my private games. All of the pieces are printed hollow to reduce the weight. The whole 4-foot terrain piece I've got here is only 3 kilograms, which is pretty nuts actually. I mean, it came in such a huge box, it was really, really light. So all of these files are available digitally, and also physicals can be printed by Evan himself over at LaserTerrainCo. So if you do want those, please message on the Kickstarter. All of this terrain was an absolute pleasure to unbox and paint, because I didn't actually realize that printable terrain had got this good. I was still kind of stuck in the past where I just thought it would just be loads of lines sticking out everywhere. So yeah, this stuff is absolutely brilliant. So you can see from all of this, they actually rivals a lot of the stuff made by Games Workshop. And let's face it, it's a lot more dwarfy than anything that Games Workshop's made for a very long time, terrain-wise. One of the favorite bits I got sent is the Iron Stone Lookout. Now, this bit kind of reminiscent for me of something out of maybe the Mines of Moria with like the broken staircase. Like I just really love this. It's just a really cool bit of scatter terrain that you can use as a bit of impassment in your gameplay. And then obviously we have the dwarven mountain entrance. Now, this is absolutely stunning. I don't think I really need to talk about this too much, considering you can just tell it's amazing. I've gone with a slightly darker tone to mine, considering that most of my painting styles are a little bit more grimdark, but it was just really enjoyable to paint. But I'm sure that if you get this yourself, you'll just have fun with it. I was really tempted to put some trees on there as well. I didn't want to mask any of the mountain face for the video, but I think I'm going to add some trees later on. One of the bits that I'm probably going to be bringing forward to any of my games at my local clubs is going to be the Ironwind launch pad. And this is a gyrocopter landing pad. which I'm definitely going to try and have this as the hill in my deployment zone in every single game I play with the X-Force. There is a lot more terrain that you can get. I've only just brushed the surface, but to be perfectly honest, I'm probably going to be getting him to print me the entire dwarf range. If you like the Tomb Kings, there is also a lot of Tomb Kings terrain on there as well. So there's some really cool stuff that's available. If you only want certain STLs, then you can head over to My Mini Factory and purchase them as well. But I would definitely suggest heading over to the Kickstarter. There's something just slightly awe-inspiring about having the actual entrance to a dwarf keep just on one flank of your games. Obviously, if you're playing competitive games of Warhammer, then potentially the dwarf keep is a little bit too big, but there is a lot of scatter terrain that you can use. But if you are playing any narrative games, then hell yeah, do you want the entrance to a dwarf keep in every single one of your games? Like every single game that I'm going to have at my house going forward is going to have this bit of terrain on the board. So yeah, I mean, the table's just going to be half a foot shorter, but who cares? Short, right? One of my favorite bits I'm going to be getting next is the dwarven gun position to be able to put my cannons on. I'm going to probably have to get a couple of these considering I'm enjoying running lots of artillery at the moment, but how cool is that, right? I just want to put this out there that I have not been paid to do this. He did send me the terrain so that I could look at it, but I have decided to do the video on my free will. If I was being paid for this, I can imagine I probably would have done it sooner than the week before the Kickstarter runs out. So if you do want to get onto these, please head over to the Kickstarter. I do believe it's quite important to support the little businesses as well, and Evan is doing such an amazing job at designing some brilliant terrain for everybody in the community to use. I do feel that we as a community should really support those smaller businesses that are doing things that Games Workshop don't offer. This isn't taking any money away from Games Workshop as they don't create any of this stuff, and he's doing such an amazing job at it. I genuinely think he deserves all of the support he gets, so I will be buying the rest of the dwarf stuff off him. This was just going to be a short video about the dwarf terrain today. If you do want to get this yourself, there will be links down in the description down below. The reason I've done this video is because it looks awesome and loads of people asked where I got it from to get it themselves. So hopefully you like the terrain. I look forward to hearing about all of the terrain you get for yourselves. Right, take care everybody, and I will see you on the next one.